Hey everybody, with another Last War. We're on a mission 3 as the Ragged Bones are basically introduced to them, the man from Fort X, who is offering them a potential way to escape the fog if they can retrieve tank parts from a destroyed haunted tank out near Hill 33. They will be able to maybe reconstruct a working one and maybe escape the insane fog cloud that surrounds the battlefield in this area. So we have a new recruit. I've done some painting, painted up some bad guys, painted up some new members of the team, and some new loot markers and stuff like that, too appropriate for this setting. And we'll be joined by Tannenberg, who is our new pony, our Build-A-Pony, appropriate for this mission where we're trying to basically pick things up off the battlefield and load as many as we can to get away. So show the table, show you the mission, and we'll get this, this whole campaign turn started. All right, it's mission 3 in the Ragged Bones, led by redacted specifics, the nameless officer who is their, I guess, their slowly mentally deteriorating leader. We got Air Mechanic 80 with his flamethrower, Putnik Red with his double pistols, or his gas mask and pistol in this case. And then we've got Rulfo the Wounded, one of my 2 brawlers with a rusted rifle. He's also got hard leathers and a helmet. And then we have Cavill the Lead Slinger with Zigzag, Trench Club, gas mask, hard leathers, helmet, and pistol. Finally, we're joined by Tannenberg the Pony. This guy is a fairly tough melee fighter. He is agility +1, so he can move 6 inches per turn. He's got presence 0, strength +5. And he can kick for D4 damage, so he's actually quite dangerous in melee. Toughness +1. And yeah, he is able to carry up to 10 pieces of equipment, which is incredible. So he's got the option for all kinds of stuff. You can't equip him with anything, give him any weapons or anything like that. I should be able to give him a gas mask because he's wearing one. I might just break the rules and be like, yeah, he's got a gas mask. That's all. And then he'll be able to carry off extra bits and pieces, which I'm struggling with right now because I have so few high strength models and so much gear to carry. So we're on mission 3, nuts and bolts. The Quartermaster tells you the man in Fort X. Mad? Yes. Useful? Also, yes. Fort X used to be a garrison for tanks during the war, and the man in Fort X is offering tank parts for those willing to undertake tasks. Before he wastes them, he wants crews to prove they're serious about wanting to use a tank to escape this wretched place. One way you can do this is securing your first tank part from the destroyed tank on Hill 33. It's covered in barbed wire and other dangers, so this is no easy task. The goal, we have to secure at least 1 tank part from Hill 33, and for every tank part you secure, you get 20 resources and 1 tank component. And then set up and loot on the center of the table, place destroyed tanks. We've got that right here. You can see it's all still smoking and wrecked from being destroyed. This can be looted 4 times for tank parts. Players should place train as per train rules, and also place 2 loot markers. We've got one right here, this little shrine full of skulls, and another right here, a little teeny baby maggot, little baby trench maggot, which probably ate something. It might have something inside of it. And then they're at least 6 inches from the board and 3 inches from each other. The deployment edge will be along here. So with solo play, you can place models in either deployment zone, and threats, there's 4 barbed wire beasts, but there actually only are 2 within 1 inch of the tank, which we have here. So these 2 barbed wire beasts are basically the barbed wire coming alive and wrapping itself around degenerate soldiers and using it to become ambulatory monsters. Barbed wire beasts are super dangerous, 12 health. They do D8 damage from the lashing barbed wire, and you have to make a toughness test to become diseased if they wound you. You also suffer the bleed condition automatically if you're hit by them. So models within 1 inch of the tank can take a strength test to pull a tank part free. They take up an equipment slot and can be picked up and dropped like any other item. Multiple parts can be taken from the tank, and the game ends on round 6. So when the players arrive, you lay eyes on the ruined husk of the tank, rusting on the hill that was once furiously fought over. Barbed wire and bodies litter the ground. As you draw closer, you swear you see the barbed wire move in the wind. But there is no wind. All right, D8 for our battlefield condition. Last game we had a Strider show up. Let's not have that happen again. Oh, it does! The thing from the fog, it's chasing us. This creature shows up on round 5 in a random spawn area. You should run. Well, that's going to shorten the game considerably, considering there's going to be a walker arriving. And I mean a Martian Death Ray. As a reminder, this thing's got 35 hit points, 12 morale, a D10 damage heat rate, and 6 armor. It always moves 8 inches towards the nearest model. The heat ray has a 12-inch range, and anything like any model that had all carried equipment is reduced to ash by the heat ray if that drops to 0 HP. Don't just go to you know, knocked out. You just get obliterated. And then mutating tentacles, you have to make a presence test if you are within 1 inch of the thing from the fog, and if you fail, you get a mutation. On a fumble, you become pathetic. Attack things with blue skin for some reason. The barbed wire beasts, 12 hit points, D8 damage, 0 armor though. And like I said, vicious and rusty. Well, we're deployed. We're putting Air Mechanic 80 down here with Tannenberg and of course Cavill. And then over here, and he should be the lead swinger, not the lead slinger. I should have just changed that. Then over here we got Rolfo the Wounded and the boss, Nameless Redacted. All right, time to kick it. We need to go start ripping some tank parts out of this middle piece right here, which the only won't be able to salvage from. And before we do that, we need to try and kill some of these barbed wire beasts. So we're going to start off with Air Mechanic 80. Move 7, and he can just clear these things for an inch tall, so you can just clearly move up the steps here. So it's going to be 6 plus 3 and stand on the corner of this. And then he's going to rain tasty death with his flamethrower. We found a fuel tank last game. He's just using aviation fuel with a giant tiger torch. It's not much of a flamethrower, but it works. So with his agility of +2, he'll be hitting on a 10. All 6 of our orders to start the game with. I wish I had some way of tracking them. I should make some kind of markers for it. So with those, a D20, we hit on 11. Guys, D6 damage. Takes 3 damage, which means of his 12, he has 9 remaining. And does he get lit on fire? 12 or better? He does! Oh, I finally get to use the fire markers. He's burning. Burn, baby, burn. So every activation, he'll take a damage point. Cavill's going to move forward then. He walks 4 inches with agility of -1. So he's going to walk forward to here. And he's going to blast with his pistol. He's presence -2, so he hits on a 14. Not the best. Oh, sorry. He hits on a 17 because of his gas mask. So 5 shots left in that thing. And then finally a 6-inch move. We'll move forward to here with the pony, and then one more time up against the tank. All right, boss man, you're going to try and blow these guys up. So you're going to walk your 5 inches over to here with your agility test. And then you're going to use your manuscript that you still somehow haven't lost. And you're going to place it right there. And see if we can call down its presence +3, so it's going to be on a 9. Call down airstrike. We do. Both these fools take D10 damage from the bombs. So the first one takes 6. He's down to 3. As we call in the artillery, because we somehow still have the radio operator coordinates, even though this guy's losing his mind. The other one takes 8. Got 4 left. And then it's just Rolfo the Wounded. He can move 4, and then 4 again, up to here. That's round 1. We gotta be quick. So this first one's gonna attack Tannenberg. Moving 8, so it comes ripping in. Even though it's on fire. Swings with its rusty barbed wire. On a 17, it hits for D8 damage. Tannenberg takes 3. So that leaves him with 7. Swing back, though, it's strength +5. He might just kill this guy. On a, so he fumbles. He doesn't have any weapons, because he can't drop his hooves. I'll actually just reroll that. I'll use the reroll function and reroll that die. I get a 12 and hit. Order the reroll. Now we've got a D4 damage hit, 2 damage. And that means at the end of the activation, the fire kicks in, and this guy burns to death. Barbed beast number 2, 11. It's going to go flying over here into Rolfo and attack him on a 12. Does it hit? Nope. Rolfo can fight back. He's strength +2, so he'll need a 13 with his rusted rifle. He misses. That's round 1. All right, we need to load this thing up before the death machine arrives. We need to clear these guys off. Round 2. Well, let's head over here. 4 inches. And rip a piece of tank off this with a strength test. +2, so a 10. We pass, and that's one of the 4 pieces of tank torn off of here. We'll go over to Air Mechanic 80. It's going to cost him 4 to get down, and then he can move over 3. And he'll also attempt a strength test. Now his strength is -2, so he's going to need a 14 to do this. He does! Each now carrying an airplane part. Tank part, rather. He's an air mechanic. He thinks it's an airplane part. He has no idea. He can't tell the difference. And the boss is going to go. He's going to walk 4 and then difficult terrain. So 2. Well, walk 5 actually, and then 2.5 to get into contact as well. And his strength is -1, so he needs a 13 to also remove a tank part. And he does with a 19. Ooh, for 3. And then finally, it is over to the pony, who I think might just go... Do I want to go just try and kill this guy? No, we're going to stay where we are. We're just going to burn our activation, actually. Oh, no, he has a skill. He can allow someone to activate again. He's going to do that. He's going to use his order skill, or feat, rather, and allow this guy to go one more time. Basically, he burns his activation and lets somebody else go twice. So that means that Cavill can attempt to pull another tank piece out of here, and we'll have all the tank pieces. We don't, because we need a 9 goes to... I've used my reroll. 9 goes to 11, so that's a fail. So it's just Rolfo. He can try and attack on a 10. Hit that guy with his rusted rifle. He sure does. It's D8 damage, 7 damage. Caves in the head of this beast. His last action, he'll move 4 over to this maggot. Oh no, he can't. He had to move before he attacks. He's just gonna sit there. We've dealt with the barbed wire beasts, but it's now round 3, and we hear the oola, oola, oola in the distance. We'll arrive at the top of 5. So let's make this easy. We're going to start with, I guess, the boss. He's gonna walk backwards 2.5, and then he's gonna place his part onto the pony. We're gonna go with Cavill, and he's going to move as well over to here, just 2 inches, and place his part on the pony. And my air mechanic will do the same, walking over here, place that part on the pony, and my pony's gonna move 12 and just leave and be like, bye. He's gonna go 4, 8, 12, and just be like, I'm gone, I got all the stuff. There's 1 part in there remaining, but we'll wait a second for that. Do we want to wait a second for that? Actually, Cavill, you're not very smart. Your presence is -1. So you're better off at getting pieces out of here, but you're also not fast, actually. So we're just going to try it. We'll try a presence test. We need an 11. Loot that thing. We don't. Turn 4. Time to get the last tank piece and get the hell out of here. Let's start with you, big fella. You're going to make a strength test at -1. So actually -2. So you know 14. Air mechanic 80. No, he fails. That means he takes a damage because he cuts himself on barbed wire. With 9 health left. And the boss is going to go. He's going to move. He's going to go 5 and then 5 again over this. We'll attempt a strength test. He's going to move back slightly though with his 4-inch move over to this last part, and then attempt a strength test to pull a piece out. +2, so it's on a 10 will do. So we get the last piece. And all the tank parts are now collected. And finally, you're going to attempt again on a 12 to loot this thing. You do not. All right, a random board edge this thing arrives on. So clockwise D4, starting at the top. Top of 5, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oola, oola, oola. This thing just arrives. Okie dokie, time to get the hell out of here. The boss is going to switch sides and attempt to check this loot counter. He does! What is in the loot counter? 8. 14 resources, I'm into it. Air mechanic 80, actually sorry, we'll start with you. You're just gonna move. Going 8, around the corner here. Make a loot counter, hide behind this wall. Trying to die. Air mechanic 80 is gonna get off of this. It'll cost him 2 inches, because he's gotta go through difficult terrain. So that'll be 2 total, and then he can go another 5 with his first skill. Because he moves 7. And then second one, you know what, just shoot him. Just shoot him, just do it. Light him on fire. +2, got him. So it's -6, which means I can't actually damage it. Nope, but I can light it on fire. Which I don't. It's fantastic. He has 1 shot left. At the second shot. I've been using these Bernie things like flamer templates in Space Hulk. That's just you, Rolfo. Can you finally figure out what's in that maggot? Nope. Just standing like an idiot. Okay, well, here comes the pain. This thing's gonna walk up on the boss. Oola, oola, oola. Auto moves 8, and then it heat rays him on a 12. Oh god, it hits him. D10 damage, -1 for his armor. He takes 3. With 6. And then he's got to make a presence test or become mutated from the radiation just leaking off this thing. He's +3 though. Nope. I don't have a reroll. I'll burn my auto past the test. Don't feel like becoming mutated immediately. So that's not great. And that thing's now here. Turn 6. What do we do? First things first, we secure the final piece of tank parts. We didn't burn that guy, but we might as well try again. So actually first we'll try and get this thing out of the maggot. Do we? We do! Alright, what do we find? Loot in the maggot. Inside the maggot we find 15. Also trench rat! No! It attacks! Alright, we're gonna use our scavenger rule to re-roll that. Not gonna attack by a trench rat. So now it's just a 3. He has to step up. That's why he's having so much problems. There's a rat inside that maggot that got eaten. So now it's a 3, which is just a fuel tank for a flamethrower. Oh, it's perfect. Actually, just like the guts that are flammable, they're gonna refill this one with. And you can spend that last shot, try and light this guy up, back slightly, so I guess you're not in cover. just move back slightly. You hit, E6 damage, so you can't actually damage him, but you can light him on fire if he fails that presence test. which he does. So he's on fire now. At least he's gonna start taking damage. 35 turns from now, he'll die. And that's the boss. He's just gonna stand there and try and punch this thing with his fists. They won't do anything, but he can't die because of Nightshade's coin. Actually, no. He's gonna try and break off. He does not. Break off again. He does. Slightly make a move to him. So he's gonna move over to here. And then it comes back into combat. Oh, plus it hits him. It does. D10 damage. Uh-oh. 1, he's okay. His armor absorbs it. And then he can actually strike back on a 15. No. He passes presence test for being within an inch. He does. So he doesn't mutate. And that's the game. They basically all run off at the end of this. We did 1 damage to this thing. We made it mad, and apparently it's hunting us. All right, the reward, we got 4 tank parts, which means we get 80 resources and 4 tank components. Plus 10 for playing is going to be 90, plus the 14 we found is going to be 104. So that puts us at 138 resources. Looking at it, what you brought back, the man speaks to you through a small murder hole in the door of the fort. That's a good start for your tank. But you'll need more than just that scrap to make it out of here. Come back if you want, we'll find more parts. All right, let's see what tank components we got. We got 1, 4, 5, 6. We got armor, a main gun, 6-pounder ammo, and an engine. No spares. We could sell spare pieces, like an extra engine or extra tracks, which we still need to find. But we don't have that. All right, so we've been paid for 148 resources, no death saves to make, no injuries. We don't need to sell any items currently because we just found credits, really. And then that extra fuel tank, which we'll immediately reload our flamethrower with. Then we get to gain and spend XP. So we killed 2 models for 2. We collected 2 loot for 4. We survived for 5. And that's it. So I'm going to use that XP to level up the strength on Putnik so I can actually upgrade his model, because we're going to go to the Quartermaster and buy some stuff. We're going to buy him boiled leather. He keeps his gas mask. He can carry 4 things right now with strength -1. An SMG, a bayonet, and then he'll have his gas mask he's required to wear because of his fletchophobia. SMGs are cool. They cost 35. They're ranged, jam, reload 6. They get 6 shots and use presence. They use pistol ammo and become auto fire 2 if firing at targets within 6. They get 2 shots instead of 1. See if the boss loses anything. He does. Oh no. All right. Well, he's carrying his manuscript, a pistol, boiled leather, and his coin of Nurse Nightshade. So D4 to see which one in order we lose. We lose the manuscript. God, his artillery's gone. We really need to buy off that guy's flaw. He's going to keep losing very valuable things. And that manuscript was incredible. I also want to put the trench flail on Cavill instead of the trench club. It's pretty cool. Critical cause bleeding and strength. Finally, I'm going to spend 50 for supply runs and get a free weapon every scenario. Roll the first one now, 30. That's an anti-tank rifle. Why not? D10, ranged, bulky, AP, reload, and strength. With those 52 resources are left, and we are done the scenario. So we got the Ragged Bones making off with a full complement of tank boats. Tannenberg, the supply pony, becoming incredibly useful early on as we had to do that. Now the next up mission is going to be us trying to locate a ammo crate and the location of some big guns. The local area is being shelled by a battery of like field guns, and we need to try and fire back. So we're being sent by the Quartermaster to go and try and secure some ammunition and the location of something that we can use to drive back this artillery barrage. So we'll see for that in 2 weeks. Till then, I'm Ash. Have a great night. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death for Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.